Guys, it's DVD Mike back again, and in the spirit of the new Skynet edition Blu-ray that just came out today, I thought I'd look at the well, not the collection, I suppose it's a collection, the different versions of Terminator 2 I have on DVD and Blu-ray. So we'll start with the DVDs. So first we had the, excuse the dented nature of this tin, I moved a couple of times since I bought it, and unfortunately it didn't survive that well. We have the original Arsene DVD release. This is the first pressing, so it's the double-sided, dual-layered DVD 9. I know some people have had problems with these discs. I personally haven't had a single problem with it though. It was good in many ways, in that it was the first time you could get decent extras outside the Laserdisc. The Laserdisc was, you know, the visual standard and the extra standard to go by. It has pretty much all the extras that have previously been available, plus some new ones. It had T2 3D, making of, as well as the More Than Meets the Eye making T2 featurette from the Laserdisc. Also had things like category information, teasers, and new, it had all the trailers on as well. It's got entire screenplay on DVD-ROM. Now it was newly remastered. Now the picture quality I'll talk about on, well, later on in the video, because there's a lot of stuff going on with these versions. And it did have Dolby Digital 5.1 and DTS 5.1 as well, which is the first time it was available with the extra rear channel. It also came with this quite thick, sizable booklet with making of information. Basically, it's got liner notes with pictures on the right hand side. Let me get this silly thing to open. Also has the chapter listings for the supplement and the extras. Also restoration notes about the special editions and the differences. So these are the cool little things that made this version a lot better, because it actually went through all the differences. It explains all the extras that came with it. You got the special edition chapter stops, and the theatrical version chapter stops. It also had, via a hidden code, the extended special edition with the extra ending and a few other, and the T1000 searching John's room. Next we have the next release that Arsene put out is the Extreme DVD with the first pressing steelbook, well, not steelbook, but the tin slipcase. Slightly better slipcase in the way it's built. It's a lot more hard wearing. Problem is the disc doesn't fit in it. I got it out the first time, can't get it back in, and this is what happens if you try and get it back in, which annoyed me no end. So this has a new remastered picture, yet again. But this is where it got different. It had an all-new audio commentary with James Cameron and William Wisher. So you had the director and both the writers of the film, which is the first time he'd ever done a commentary. So it's well worth seeing. This is before, obviously, Aliens came out and he did the commentary on that. All the features on the rest of it were new as well, so it was new sets of features. Now this is a 2-disc release, and it also had a WMV HD print of Terminator 2 on the second disc. So it's the first time you could watch Terminator 2 in high definition, unless you had I believe there was a Laserdisc, the Muse HD Laserdisc, which was Laserdisc. There was some Laserdisc made in 1080i, so you had high def Laserdiscs. So this was basically, well, not really the first time, but the second time that it was available in HD. But that was only playable on a PC, and with some really draconian digital rights management as well. So those are the two DVDs I own. Next to the first Blu-ray release. This was the Artisan so-called special edition with the wonky cover for some bizarre reason. Let's put that back to normal. Now, as you can see, it's quite familiar to the DVD because it was basically the same transfer. Now, this transfer is the one that everything's come from now, because it was the last time, because Cameron has to sign off on any HD transfer that he does for any of his films. So this was the last one he signed off on, so this is the one that everything's been built on from. So the transfer done for this DVD is the same as on here. Now, this has not much in the way of special features. It does have the audio commentary with William Wisher and James Cameron. It does have the other audio commentary with the 26 members of cast and crew, which is like a interview cut together as a commentary. Then that's about it. It's very, very cheap when I picked it up. Only bought it because, well, I just want to copy Terminator 2 on Blu-ray. Next, Studio Canal and Optimum released this version. Now, this is the same transfer as the Artisan. Like I say, everything after that DVD filtered down, it's all the same transfer. It has no extras whatsoever. And it is the special edition version of the movie. So it has the T-1000 going wrong and all the other special edition ads. This version is the theatrical version. And then today they released the Skynet steelbook. This has all three versions of the film, just like the original Artisan DVD did. It also has all the extras from both DVDs as far as I can tell. I did look through and pretty much everything on these two is now on this. So you now have all three versions of the movie, plus you have all the extras, which is great. The problem is, the transfer done for this DVD, the Extreme Edition, wasn't the best. It was old, there was print damage, it was basically just a 24p master, a 1080p, and they did no restoration on it at all, which is what it needed to have happened. And that version had really bad edge enhancement, really bad edge enhancement. People don't know what edge enhancement is, I'll put a link up there. It's not good. This version looked better, but it needed a full remastering. And like I say, every version after this used the same print. So the first Blu-ray theatrical version uses the same print. I've even checked, there's a spot in the canal chase with print damage and it's identical in every version, so it's definitely the same print. But it used MPEG-2. If people don't know what MPEG-2 is, it was the first format for HD, and if not done well, it can go blocky. And this does, so it's not the best transfer in the world. Next we have the Optimum one. Now this uses VC1, which is a better codec altogether, and it looks much better. It's completely transparent to what was originally put in the master. Let's say the master isn't great, but it looks a lot better. Now what they've done is taken the same Optimum master and they've taken all the grain out of it. Now people who know anything should know that film does have grain, especially Super 35, which Cameron shot Terminator 2 in, is super, super, super grainy. Now, taking the grain out of it has made the image look soft and just ruined it for me. Why did I buy it? Because it has all the extras and because it's quite a nice steelbook. That's the only reason I bought it. I am waiting for Cameron. Well, like I say, Cameron has to sign off on every single version of any of his prints. And since he's doing Avatar, he's a bit busy, so hopefully when Cameron finishes, we'll get a decent version of Terminator 1 and Terminator 2 released on Blu-ray. But until then, we're kind of stuck with what we are. So that's it for this video. Just a little quick one going through them. Any questions about any of them or anything that I haven't gone over but you want a question answered, please post in the comments. And just want to say, 100 subscribers, thank you to everyone who subscribes, thank you to everyone who's watching now, and please keep watching because I quite like making the videos and I like that people watch them. Stephen Mike saying see you next time.